Hi Cancer, what's up? Welcome to your June reading. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be seeing what messages want to come through for you guys for the month of June. Get some insight, guidance, see what Spirit wants you to know or look out for right now. If this reading is helpful or insightful, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. Private readings are available down below, and let's get right into your messages. Also wanted to wish my beautiful Cancerians a happy early birthday. Shout out to anybody with the birthday in June. I hope you guys have a very beautiful time and celebrate yourselves. Anyways, let's get into this, shall we? We have the awakened dead. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. Resilience, nirvana, and self-appreciation. Oof. And we have truth. That which is true will always be enough. Honor, empress, and integrity. Well, Cancer, looks like you're getting to the truth. There is this acceptance. There is this new awareness. It feels here you're finally uncovering why. The question that you've had, the whys, the wonders, all of that contemplation. It's reaching a point. That full moon in Sagittarius on the 11th, next Wednesday, things may reach a head. Energy may peak around the time. Also, Jupiter moving into a sign. Amen. Venus in Taurus. Amen. Got a lot of interesting, supportive energy at this time that is going to be very favorable for the collective. So, definitely seems like you are coming to terms with your truth, and you're now, like, you've woken up from some sort of hypnosis, I can't speak, y'all know what the fuck I mean. There is something that you were blinded by, or you weren't able to see clearly, but you've awoken from the spell, right? Hopefully no one casted a spell on you, but I know that your energy is strong enough where if anybody did, you have the ability to just cut that cord and not have their energy take from you, okay? You're powerful, so don't you forget. At the bottom we have, what if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? Sagittarius had this card come out. The moon, duality, hidden gem, and secret power. That full moon in Sagittarius is revealing a gift that you have, a talent, a skill, something very special, something very rare. And it's time to lean into it. It's time to embrace this gift. It's time to really let it shine, let it be known, let it be seen. This is a time for you to embrace yourself, to embrace your truth, to embrace this time of change and transformation. Pretty interesting stuff. So let's get into your messages, Cancer. Let's see what you're dealing with during this time. Show me clearly messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements for the month of June 2025. What do my Cancerians need to know right now? Show me clearly. Messages for Cancer. We got the Ace of Swords. Talk about crystal clear, cutting some kind of cord. There's a message coming in. There's some sort of news coming in. You may actually be delivering this message. You may actually be the one to speak your truth. Let's see what's at the bottom. Death. Change. A message of change. Change is in the air. I'm hearing change is in the winds, or the winds are changing direction. You are protected. This looks like a shield, right? This death card, it kind of looks like you've been shielded from something, or you're defending yourself in a way that is protecting your peace, protecting your element, protecting your joy, protecting your money. Getting a weird sharp pain all of a sudden in like the jaw, or like it's like right here. I don't know what the fuck. I've done quite a few readings today, this evening. All of a sudden I'm getting this weird ass pressure in your reading, Cancer, like around the jaw. If someone maybe got their wisdom teeth removed, or jaw surgery, or maybe, you know, maybe that's a message for someone. Okay, I don't have my singing bowl's right here. All right, we clear that out. Get out my energetic space, bitch. Just kidding, but yeah, there's some. Whoa, wait, this is weird. We have death. We have the King of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and then we have the 10. And then the 8, and then the 9. Wait, what? What the fuck is this? Why is we have all this pentacles all of a sudden? Hold on, wait. And how do we go from a 5 to the 10 to the 8 to the 9? Like, what in the heck? Talk about kind of instability. Oh, right, because this is you reclaiming your power. This is you reclaiming your independence. This is you reclaiming your energy over here with the 9 of Pentacles. It's showing here there were people, individuals, a home, a foundation that was really keeping you stuck, man. What the hell? It's like if you were to, okay, so when you look at the 10 of Pentacles, it's this chest, it's being opened up, there's all this gold, but if you were to open up that chest and there was nothing in it, it was empty all along. There was not much to sustain or keep this going. It's probably tying back to something that, you know, the things that almost broke me, right? This probably was something that broke you or almost broke you. Maybe literally broke, like financially, like finances were really like at an all-time low. This is your biggest comeback. 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. This is your biggest comeback. We have the Sun, which is Leo energy, 2 of Cups. There were certain, you know what, Cancer, what I'm seeing is that there were certain people that had a huge influence on whether you would shine bright or whether you'd be dull. There were certain individuals getting in the way, blocking your shine, blocking your energy, fucking with you, but not anymore. And you see the truth in that too. You see the truth in that too. You got clarity, or there's maybe over the next couple of weeks, clarity about what needs to change. Our conversation, that's very eye-opening. Show me clearly what's going on for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What do my Cancerians need to know right now? Ace of Wands. Wow, you got double aces to start your reading. We have the 3 of Cups at the bottom. This is bringing in inspiration. You're creating something brand new. You have gotten this huge burst of energy, this huge burst of motivation, and there's something that is just lighting you up. You may actually be physically creating something with your hands. Something here that requires a lot of detail, a lot of intention, and precision is what I'm seeing, even with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands being very precise and intentional, but something that you have a lot of passion for or you're very connected to in a spiritual level too. And it has huge influence on other people with the 3 of Cups. Something that inspires others, something worth celebrating as well. I'm seeing here an invitation. We have the Hangman and the King of Swords, an invitation to completely change your life. You know, changing your worldview, or you're gonna be having this huge adjustment in your day-to-day routine, a change in scenery, maybe where you live, or it's like, I'm seeing also a change in your social circle, okay? There seems to be a dramatic shift here. There's some things here with the King of Swords and the Hangman. There's been necessary cutoffs, detachments, ties that were cut, right? Cords that were cut. You've had to really, 4 swords underneath the King of Swords, you've had to really prioritize your peace, your healing journey. There's a lot that you had to walk away from. 8 of Cups, yeah. And this is a huge turn of events, right? Even Hangman, it's like all of a sudden your whole world's kind of like flipped upside down, but in the most positive way. With the 3 of Cups, there's something that you are celebrating. You're being celebrated for. You're being seen in a positive light. You're being appreciated, cherished, understood, recognized. You're finally being seen for who you are and loved and accepted for who you are. You're also loving and accepting yourself for who you are. That's a big deal. Hermit's at the bottom, yeah, because it all starts from within. If you don't love and accept yourself, it doesn't matter if anybody else loves and accepts you. It will never feel enough until you finally recognize your own worth and That's a process, right? You guys be going through that process. It's a journey. Show me clearly what's going on for Cancer. Look at these cards. We have the Four of Swords underneath that, the Devil. There's something you have to take a break from, or it's suggested in June. If you haven't done this yet, do it now. There's something you have to take a break from. It's for your own good, even if it's a temporary break. But there's something that's become too much, too extreme, over-consuming your entire freaking life. It's fucking with your mental health. It's, messing with your nervous system. It is not healthy. It's too much. You need a break from this, or you need a permanent, you need to just cut this off completely. Depends on your situation, of course. But the Four of Swords and the Devil is telling me that you're healing. There's recovery, but you got to get to the roots. The Devil here is showing that there's still an issue. So we can look into that in a little while and see how you can overcome this, depending on what else comes out. Maybe we don't need to clarify, but we'll see. What's at the bottom? King of Swords. This is where you really have to be in your strength. You have to be disciplined. You have to be strong. You need to use your logic, okay? Strength and temperance. Finding the middle ground. Patience with yourself, with anybody else you're dealing with. We have Sagittarius and Leo energy. There's some people that may try to push your buttons or try to, because your Cancerians are very soft and caring and loving. And this King of Swords isn't your typical usual nature to be in all the freaking time, right? You're water, not air. And you're definitely not like a King of Swords on the regular. So I would say with strength and temperance, there are some people that are trying to change you, or they're okay. Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles. There's some people that have these expectations and it's not being met. You're not really giving in to what they've been demanding of you. In the past you did. Now things are different. You've changed, you've grown, you've realized you had this huge awakening, right? This truth, this, what almost broke you was what awoke you. So you've awoken, you've had this realization of what's harmful to you and what you no longer want to consume on the regular, or you would like to, make some modifications, moderations, key, that kind of thing. And so with the King of Swords, you're setting your boundary. You're drawing the line. You're putting your foot down. Strength and temperance. The way strength's looking over at the King of Swords is kind of an energy of I'm the one exception, right? I'm the one exception, right? Even the Queen of Wands, she's a creator. She will create what she desires. There is someone here, maybe with fire placement, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. There is an energy that seems to be trying to see if you'll sway. Even, temperance is an energy of co-creating with the divine. It's like you, or it could represent someone and their energy and actions that have an influence on the chemistry and the outcomes, right? Every action has a consequence. Every action has a reaction, right? So I feel this is someone who could be trying to say I'm the one exception, right? But no, King of Swords doesn't make exceptions. I actually see underneath the Queen of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is the energy of showing restraint and not giving in, actually holding back, preserving. So that's freaking interesting. Let's see what else. But you're really needing to do this for yourself, for your peace, for your sanity, right? And you know what? You're making it very obvious and you're making it very clear here too with this Ace of Swords. You're communicating that. You've made it clear. You've made your stance. You've announced it. You're not just walking. You're not just talking. You're walking it is what I wanted to say, right? Swords is the mind. It's also what we say. It's how we communicate. Wands is the actions. So the actions follow your words. What you say, what you do, it's in alignment. Is this upside down? Yep. All right, show me clearly what's going on for Cancer. We got these two. Two of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. You seem to be juggling a few things here. Two of Wands also at the bottom. Yeah, so you do seem to be at a crossroad in your life. What stays, what goes, what's continuing, what needs to stop, full period, right? Full stop, period. There are some things that you gotta weigh out. And this will actually alter the path that you're on and the direction the wheel spins. It's either going to spin left or right. You choose. Left or right, which way you going? Two of Wands at the bottom. Which way are you going to choose, y'all? The right path is being highlighted in your core, in your soul, intuitively. You know which way to go. You know how to handle this. You're very wise. Six of Swords, yep, and the Ten of Wands. It may not be the easiest, right? It may not be the easiest. Ten of Wands is showing that there is a bit of this resistance. Yeah, just think about it like resistance training, right? You're getting stronger each and every day, each and every time you show up. It's maybe not the simplest. Maybe it requires a lot of mindfulness. We have the Queen of Swords. So see, like you're kind of having to detach because King of Cups, he loves a lot. He's very loving, very caring. And the way that you're moving, it's like, could you be feeling a bit guilty or feeling very empathetic towards others at this time? Yup, it's in your nature. But it takes a lot for you to just like detach and not care or like put your emotions on the back burner, but you're doing it. You're doing what needs to be done. Wow. That's taking a lot of strength from you. But so that's, what the fuck was that? I cannot fucking speak. That's today. I just can't. There's some days I just cannot cooperate. My mind, my mouth. Bleh. Bleh. That's okay. I don't know what the fuck. Anyways, let's move on. We'll clarify in a moment, but let's see where you're headed. Let's see where you're going, Cancer. Show me clearly. Where is Cancer headed? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements in the month of June. Ooh, a Seven of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords at the bottom. Never let them know your next move. So you're acting a little sly. Okay. Queen of Swords, Eight of Cups, Death. You're leaving some things behind and you're trying to cover your tracks. Does it work like that? Does it? Does it? Does it? Because you're trying to not draw too much attention. You're looking back. You're making sure no one's following you. What you up to? Where are you going? Because I clarified. I was like asking Spirit, where's Cancer headed? Seven of Swords coming out. They're not telling me where you're headed. You keeping this on the down low. You keeping hush hush, right? Maybe that's a sign. Evil eye is a real thing. I would like to put the intention that any evil eye, because I'm sure there's some people that be disliking and sending bad energy my way. I like to believe I'm so fucking divinely protected, like it ain't fucking touching me, it ain't getting close to me. But I also like to put the intention that any negative energy that's sent my way, I just transmute it and I use it for what I want to create, so don't give your power away. Don't give your power away like that. But Seven of Swords, maybe it's always a good advice to be strategic and move stealthily, move carefully and intentionally. Look out for yourself. Keep your eyes peeled. Be aware of your surroundings. That sort of thing. At the bottom, Queen of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Death. There's some things that are done that are over. It's like you may not be vocalizing it. You don't need to spell it out, though. That's the thing. I don't think your actions speak a lot louder than words. You don't need words to spell it out. You don't need to spell out a goddamn thing. You just got to keep it moving. I think you've talked enough. You've talked plenty. So just walk. Let your walk speak for itself. Okay? Let your walk speak for itself. I feel like it will be known, or it will be very clear. It's going to be very loud how you move, especially around the full moon and afterwards. Very, very loud. If it wasn't clear then, it's clear now. If people couldn't see it then, they see it now. They can't ignore it. They can't dismiss it. They cannot see it. It's literally, so there. Wow. Okay, let's see. Let's clarify some of this. I almost felt like, okay, bye guys. I was like, wait, no, we can clarify. All right. First of all, the Devil and the Four of Swords is there. Let's see this Ace of Swords, what this is about. I picked up this deck. I don't know if I'm feeling it right now. I'm gonna use this one instead. Okay. It didn't really feel like that was the right vibe, to clarify. This, at least. Ace of Swords for Cancer. Show me clearly why the Ace of Swords is here. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Cancer? Wow. Okay, wow. We have a 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 8 of Swords reverse, and the King of Pentacles reverse. People that you cannot rely on. Oh my goodness. Whether you are married to them, whether you live with them, whether you have children with them, whether you go to work with them, you've known them for a long time. There are some people that cannot, for the life, answer their phone when you need them, or show up when you need help, or when you just even for the good time. Like well, maybe they're only there for the good times, but they're not there for the bad times. Just people that are not reliable or secure within themselves, and then it bleeds out into the relationship, the connection, and it creates a level of distrust. It creates a level of dishonesty, instability. It's just showing here you're no longer comfortable shrinking yourself and playing it small for those that don't make space for you. But you're not going to force them to let you in. You're not going to force them to accept you. You're just going to keep moving along. So Empress telling me that there's something much better that is on the horizon for you. Empress, 2 of Pentacles, High Priestess. Follow your gut. Your instincts, your intuition. What is your intuition trying to tell you? You've been weighing it out. You've been going back and forth. Now it's time to decide. Ace of Wands for Cancer. Let's see what actions you're taking. Because that Ace of Swords, this is where it's like a sobering moment. You see clearly who's unreliable, who is someone that you should just keep things on a professional level. And that's it. On a surface level. That's it, Ace of Swords, please. Or not Ace of Swords. Nine of Swords coming out. Don't overthink the truth. Okay, I said Ace of Swords. We'll put that there. Ace of Wands for Cancer. We have the Page of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. So now you got 3 aces. The Chariot. I'm seeing, I immediately heard, go ahead. Go ahead. So, whoops. Whoa. Drop these cards. Hermit, Temperance, and then the Fool. Look at that. Sagittarius, Aries, and Virgo coming through. Spirit's guiding you towards taking some sort of leap. What's underneath the Fool? We have the Knight of Cups. Some of y'all have an opportunity in love. Anyways, that's not the main message. There seems to be... The actions that you're taking is definitely making people speak up or talk to you or reach out to you. And it makes them want to chase you. Because they see that you're busy. You're not waiting around for them. You're not putting your life on hold for them to catch up. You got places to go. You got things to do. You got people to meet. You got places to see, life to experience. So you're not putting your life on hold. You gotta go. You gotta run. You've made it clear. You said, you expressed however many times, you know where you're going. And because now you're moving, now they're chasing you. Now they chasing you. Bro, now they realize, look, a hermit, the world, they've realized, wait, no, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to be over. Holy shit, this is really happening? No, I don't think I like that. Meanwhile, also, hermit world, you've had this realization, okay, this is finished, this is done. I accept, I allow, I transition, I'm moving on. 6 of Swords, moving forwards. 4 of Swords, you're healing, recovering, moving to peace, moving to stability, moving to calmness, rest, recovery, right? You're at peace with it. You've surrendered. And, I see an opportunity, this is the opportunity here being presented to you, something that you've been looking for a very long time. And now it's here. It's being presented to you because you finally closed this door But yet I feel like because the door you're closing, don't be surprised if you get a knock on the door, right? That's why we have the devil and the Four of Swords. Remember earlier? I don't actually remember earlier. I just remember when we talked about this earlier, but I don't remember the specifics. So let me see. Devil and the Four of Swords. I remember saying, like, we'll look into this and see how you can overcome it. But I don't remember what came out with this. Devil and the Four of Swords. Because that's where you may be called back into the past or familiar situation. Or it's like, yeah, I said it was like something about you taking a break from. Whether it was a temporary break or a permanent, like, cut off. And I said you had to get to the root of the issue, or you got to get to the root, or it's just going to keep coming back. Four of Swords and the Devil for Cancer. Seven of Pentacles. So tell me that you've expected this, or this ain't really a surprise. You saw this coming. Wheel of Fortune and then the King of Swords. And look at you said, remember when is it still there? No, it's not. Remember how we had the King of Swords, which, hey, hello, King of Swords. You had the King of Swords, strength and temperance, and how saying, someone's gonna be like, what, can you make me an exception? Like, can you just let this slide? You're like, no, absolutely not. Like, it ain't gonna happen. So you saw this coming. I feel like this hasn't happened yet for a majority of you. I feel like this has not occurred just yet. Could definitely be around that full moon. That's normally when I would say the energy reaches its peak and things could get a little dramatic or emotional, or, things are amplified and things are revealed around that time. So, right, we had the card talking about truth. So anyways, just as expected, devil comes knocking. Hello, my old friend. Miss me yet? King of Swords, what you gonna say? King of Swords to the Page of Swords. So already, maturity difference for sure. And that maybe there's just an age gap. You could be dealing with someone younger than you. You and someone just aren't seeing eye to eye. But there's a conversation, there's communication. Y'all know what I mean. Page of Swords, Ten of Cups, someone that you have some very familiar history, background. Like you've gone through a lot. You may live with them, you may be close with them, you may have had, you grew up together, maybe this is siblings or childhood friend, or, a lover that you had way back. We have the Fool, Hermits at the bottom of that. There's someone who's expressing they want to start fresh, or they would like to kind of pick up or just go back to how it used to be. The good times, the good old days, right? Someone is expressing that, but you seem to have changed. Maybe once you were a page like them. You have gone through a lot of changes and developments since. And again, you waited. In a way, you probably did wait for this person to catch up, but then you realize, like, man, I'm going to be waiting forever. I'm going to be wasting my life. I got to get going. Life goes on, with or without you. What the fuck? Something cutting off my throat. I guess someone doesn't like to know that, or someone doesn't like to hear that. They were like, shut up, Jade. Don't you say that. Well, too bad. Yeah. So there's some things that you may say or you have said, leave someone speechless. They can't, you gag them, basically. You gag them. All right. Whatever. Like, what the fuck did I choke on? Literally something, like, just cut out my throat. I'm so sorry if that was loud. Alright, Two of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. So, remember, we're like, okay, ball's in your court. You get to decide which way this wheel spins. Left, right, you choose. You steer. Let's see. Two of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune for Cancer. We have the Ace of Swords. We go back to the first card. What did we say about this Ace of Swords when we clarified? People, and that Nine of Swords also fell out afterwards. People that you cannot really depend on. You would like to, right? Queen of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. You would like to have that home, that safe place, that trustworthy relationship where you're there for each other through thick and thin. You're able to grow old together. You would love that. That's your vision. And you will have that. May not be with this place, these people, this relationship, but you know that's what your vision is. That's what you desire. That's what you're calling in. That's what you're manifesting. And that's also what you're creating for yourself, for your own life. And then you just see clearly. You're no longer blinded. You see clearly that some of these motherfuckers, King of Pentacles reversed, are not reliable, dependable, and they can't even take care of their own selves. How could they take care of you? They can't even. They're a complete mess. You know? So, going back, right? Because we're clarifying 2 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords comes out. It's like, it's just crystal clear. 9 of Pentacles at the bottom is very solo, independent. I don't really need you. If I surround myself with you, it's because I actually enjoy you and you add value to my life and you make my life better and brighter. But 9 of Pentacles, she don't need nobody. Self-sufficient, self-reliant, independent, secure, confident, high value, right? Okay, so 2 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. I don't think we really need to clarify much else. 3 of Pentacles. Maybe there's ways you can make this work, Hangman, but others got to be willing to look at things in different perspectives and also be willing to put themselves in your shoes and vice versa. Can you find agreements? Can you find a way to get to a middle ground? Sure. Ace of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Yep. But it can't just be all on you. Hangman, 10 of Hangman, 10 of Wands, and Death. That's done. You're tired of carrying all the weight, carrying all the baggage, carrying all the responsibility. You're tired, you're done with that. You've been there, done that. Ain't no way that continues. On this path moving forwards, ain't no freaking way. So then why the 7 of Swords as the last card, right? And that's when I asked Spirit, I was like, well, where's Cancer headed? 7 of Swords. Even I don't know. 7 of Swords. Why is 7 of Swords here? I'm hearing like you don't need to tell them. Tell them what? Fuck if I know, but you don't need to tell them. You don't need their permission or approval or support. 10 of Cups. Tell me about the 7 of Swords. So I see you could be keeping things hidden from like loved ones or family. Look at this. We have this stack. It did not want to fall into the deck. 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Empress, and the Page of Wands. Well, why is she look how the Empress, she's kind of smiling at the 10 of Swords. She's kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm free, finally free. Like, it's finally behind me. Oh my god, the relief I feel. Like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe I did that. Holy crap, I thought I was never gonna get through that, right? The things that almost broke you were the things that most awoke you. That sort of thing, right? Here you are moving on from some of the worst moments of your life, the lowest, most fragile state you were ever in, and hopefully never will have to go through that again, right? And now, the glow up, the transition, the transformation to all the beautiful, wonderful, incredible things that you'll experience and enjoy and bring you pleasure and passion and fun and spontaneity and adventure and excitement and just good stuff, right? Good stuff. So 3 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the Moon. You know, if you're throwing a party, you don't have to invite them. Like, your birthday's coming. I don't know who needs to hear this. Your birthday's coming up around the corner. It's okay if you don't want to invite some of those people around. It's okay. You got permission. Like 3 of Cups to 5 of Pentacles. You don't have to let everybody in to your sacred space, to your home, invite them into your energetic field. You can let them miss out. And they don't have to know about that either. You don't, they don't have to know. They don't have to know. That's funny as fuck. I mean, just the way that the card's showing up, it's like, that's just kind of funny. That's not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting with the 7 of Swords, but it wasn't that. But, you know, you don't have to tell them. You don't have to tell everybody your business, what you're up to, who you're seeing, who you married, who you're keeping your marriage a secret. Well, that's a little, I mean, I guess not everybody needs to know your business, right? Not everybody needs to know what you're up to. Use your discernment. That's all I'm gonna say. Use your discernment. and keep moving forwards. All right, Cancer, I don't know. I'm gonna leave your reading here. I hope that this was helpful and insightful. Let me know if it was. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Private readings are available down below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.